Oh, we got a 90s party today, people. 1991 Ford Probe V6. It's got the Vulcan in a 5-speed manual. First gen. Pretty sweet. 129,000 miles. What are the customer complaints? Well, first, you can't really buckle up because you can hear there's a ghost in here that has the classic early 90s automatic seat belts. This one's stuck. This one's stuck. That's customer complaint number 1. Customer complaint number 2, this. So, let's say I put it in 3rd gear. That is one loose drunk shifter. Other than that, maybe his speakers are blown out or something and he wants to check the front suspension. But overall, he said it drives pretty well. Young kid, drove it through high school, wants to keep this thing on the road. Major respect for that. So let's get to it. Maybe we'll start with the shifter. There's a common problem with these. The shifter bushings just get destroyed and you get a loose shifter. And these automatic seat belts, I don't know if we can fix these, no parts required. That's gonna be interesting. So the owner tells me the previous owner just cut the springs. That's why it's sitting lower. That's a shame. But that's why we have these low profile jacks that fit so nicely. It's almost like it was made for this car. So let's get it jacked up. Take a look at that transmission linkage. Alright, under the car, here's the shifter rod. And there's the problem. Wow, there are no bushings left in here whatsoever. So let's get this pinch bolt out. I already have the new bushings in stock. So credit is due here to Fix It Up Today loose shifter 1990 Ford Pro bushing replacement. So this guy goes through and shows where the bushing is and provides the part number. So I went on eBay and got the OEM made in Japan. Look how Ford quality used to be. They got parts from Japan. You can't beat that. Just 2 little bushings, like 10 bucks on eBay. So let's pop these little guys in. Alright, so we got to get this pinch bolt out. Oh, that was too easy. Okay, and there's nothing left of any bushings whatsoever, so let's pop the new ones in. Alright, so here are the new bushings, and they press right in. Perfect fit. Wow, easiest, cheapest repair ever, and the guy's been driving around like this for years. I don't know how. Car is barely drivable with the shifter in that state, but yeah, let's tighten this up and see how the shifter performs. Much better. Well, I thought that'd be a bigger improvement. It still has this loose spot. I mean, a lot better. About half the play, so maybe there's some other bushings that are messed up. Dang it, there's another set of bushings, and it's also destroyed right above this little cover. You can see the pinch bolt right there. Let's see if I can. So it's halfway better. Alright, we might order some more then. Alright, well, I don't want to wait for another set of bushings, so we're going to take a hose. I split it down the middle. And I just want to make it a little bit thinner so it'll fit in to that assembly. Basically just tighten up this bolt so it won't rattle around. That should be a perfect solution. Let me see if this fits. Check it out. Back in business. That is one tight shifter. So third gear, no more play. Fuel line for the win. Homemade bushings. I think the owner will be super excited about that. Now let's see what we can do about these seat belts. One more customer complaint in terms of drivability. He says he has a tight spot in his steering wheel. It's smooth and then tight. It sounds like something's rubbing on the dash. Well, I see a nice rub mark right there. When the steering wheel passes this point, right there, it's binding up against the dashboard. I guess maybe the plastic's expanded a little over time. Not sure how to fix that. I mean, can we clearance that? Put a space under the steering wheel. This side seems okay. It's just that spot on the left right here. Maybe shave off this part of the steering wheel a little bit, the plastic. We'll try that. Well, that was a pretty easy fix with the horse hoof file. Just shaved off a little bit off this corner. No more interference. Love it. No parts required in this car, pretty much. Ford Probe automatic seat belts. So, got the side panel off. Oh, this is an electric motor. It's almost like a power window. And I noticed that it was unplugged. And if you plug it in, it tries to do something. So there's a cable that goes here to the rail, and somehow this thing is attached to it. I mean, best case scenario here, I just want to get this over here, unplug the motor, and that way the customer can just plug in the belt into this latch. But this is all enclosed, and online on AllData there was actually a recall for these automatic seatbelt rails. So obviously this one's shot and it's not going back or forward. So it's trying to push, but this thing's completely stuck. That sucks. Maybe we can close the door, see if it'll go the other way. I really don't know what to do. Alright, we got it torn apart. Here's the silly rail. So here's where the buckle is stuck. And it looks like it's just a one-way push and pull cable. So the cable attaches here, and then it just pushes the thing that way or pulls it this way. And apparently it's just completely stuck. Because if you go like this, it's definitely trying to push it. What is going on here? Where is it stuck? Can we get it unstuck? It's all sealed, crimped. I mean, this thing is supposed to be non-serviceable. You just replace it. What are the options? I mean, it does have holes for a regular seatbelt here and a regular seatbelt roll. So it's kind of a shame that they put these automatic seatbelts on there. Probably because of government regulations. Now you're stuck, can't pass your safety inspection, can't drive the car around because of these stupid seatbelts. So I'm gonna try to see if there's any way to get that cable freed up. I don't know where the heck it's seized. Maybe look in here and then try to get this thing back. Okay, I think I'm starting to understand system of operation here. So the cable is kind of housed in this plastic sheath that moves with the cable. And right here at the bend, it looks like the plastic got basically cut by the sharp metal edges of the rail because of the bend, and it's just stuck there. So the plastic is kind of cut and stuck between the two edges of the rail. So the only thing to do here is try to push it back in to its groove and try to retract this thing and then lock it in the the lock position. So I'm going to try that maybe with a claw or a pick. Try to get that plastic back off of the sharp edges of the rail. We'll see if it works. So I've isolated the seized portion of cable from here to here. So that's our battle. We need to push that in somehow through the groove and get it out of the trap. It's like a finger trap. Alright, I think I got it free by using a clamp and this little mini pry bar. So now, if we wiggle this, yes! Okay, it's moving. Hooray! Now we need to make it go the right way. How do we do that? If we close the door and hook up this limit switch, let's basically hook this up. However, it was hooked up like this. We don't even need the limit switch, do we? So we want to wind in the motor. So let's depress this and turn the key on, see what happens. Okay, so now that the buckle is moving, I can almost move it by hand, I want to reverse polarity this thing so it sucks it all the way here and then leave it unplugged. So, got my wires, the red and the green, so I'm going to flip them. So the red is going to go, where the yellow lead is going to go towards the green. So if I touch this, let's see. That's it. We're going to leave it like this, put it all back together, repeat on the other side. So exact same scenario on this side, but we're going to work a little smarter. So I just used a claw and hammer to hammer in that stuck cable back into the rail, and the seatbelt actually went here and stopped. So now I want to manually, carefully bring it back here just using the jumper cable and the battery charger because it's convenient. So let's see what the polarity is. Let's start with this. So I'm going to turn on the battery charger to 13.5 volts. Okay, it's putting out 13 volts. So once I touch this, we'll see what happens to our seatbelt. Will it do the right thing? Okay, so it is moving the right way. I want to make sure that it doesn't seize here, that we're not starting to see the cables already coming out of the rail. So I'm going to punch it back in, and we're going to move it a little further, maybe help it out like this. Let's see. Nope, it's stuck again. Let me free it up. So all I'm doing here is literally finding the spot where it's coming out and just smashing it back into the rail. This is crazy. It's seized up pretty good. There it goes. Okay. Now let's try again. Come on, baby, you can do it. Ah, yes. That's it. That's all I want. Putting it back together. Owner can pick it up. Bonus footage. Customer complaint was he can't turn his volume up past 10, otherwise he gets interference. Well, that's good. And then what the heck? I think the head unit's shot. So, okay, needs a new radio, but the speakers are okay. We'll take this thing on a spin in the morning once it stops raining. Time for a little Ford Pro bonus footage. It's a beautiful morning. Let's take this hot rod for a spin. See how it drives, see how it shifts. Go back in time to the 90s. First thing we have to do is buckle up in any sports car. And in this car, the process is, well, I think you're strapping yourself into a space shuttle. Let's see here. Mandatory pop-up lights, of course. This sounds pretty good, but we'll see on the road if it gets annoying. The shifter is butter smooth. It rides a little rough on the cut coils, so I wouldn't do that to my car, but you know, whatever the owner, whatever makes him happy, I guess. Beautiful morning. Alright, look at these stocks. This whole thing is like a plastic little arcade game. Alright, let's see here. with the V6. Pretty fun car to drive. Little time machine. Seats are comfy. They don't make them like this anymore. The interior's a little plasticky and rattly, but compared to the second gen, it's actually pretty nice. That second gen, if you remember that white Probe with the automatic transmission, man, that thing was junk. This thing, not bad. Let's see if the cruise control works. Hey, it does. You hold the button in, it accelerates. Sweet. Alright, that's it for this one. I'm sure the owner will enjoy this thing for many years to come. I respect people who keep the old cars on the road. They're fun to work on and just fun to drive around. They have character and soul, which most new cars do not have. So, thanks all for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.